Yeah. Hey everyone. Sorry for the short delay, but we are up and rolling now. I am your, I forgot how to do an intro. Welcome to the Astral Avenue, Magdalena Blues. I am your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, joined by our wonderful players today. If you guys want to say hello, you
Hello.
absolutely can.
Hello there.
Yo.
How you do?
And we're going to start the
Hi.
session. Thank you. We're going to start the session off the same. We start every session, talk a little bit about what happened last time before we get into what's going to happen this time. So, last time, you guys were heading back through the mines, came upon the Vine Drake's abode, found Kelly along with his hamster steed here. Speaking with him for a spell, he offered to help you with your task slaying the solar dragon at the heart of the mill here. Taking him along with you. Not sure of the job ahead, but you got back on your vessel. Unfortunately, Louise got a little bit sick for the time being. You guys sailed up the river towards the temple of 1337 B12, arriving the next day. Seeing this wondrous place of cogs and gears, entered through the main doors after giving the dock attendant your names. Inside, things were not as organized as expected. Several shelves in here are knocked over, a number of piles of objects were strewn about on the floor. Several Modrons were also busy, quote-unquote busy, at work doing their tasks of cleaning and organizing? You did see another person here waiting as well, a Hadozi named Malcolm Dennison from the Federation, here to look into the archives, apparently being given the runaround, not finding access. Asking the Modron for permission to access the archives yourselves led to a form of adopting a dog being given to you. Aethel made his status known and commanded the Modron to retrieve its superior at once. And while this Modron went through a darkened door, it never returned. After waiting for some time, you guys, including this Malcolm character, went through the door yourselves as it was left open, only to be teleported to an armory of sorts with several suits of armor, rows of weapons, and another door in here. It had some form of security around it, and a single desk in this place with a cubed Modron, also called a quadrum. Speaking to this guy, he told you that the one you sent in here had to be deactivated. Something was fishy, though. Malcolm eventually used his own authority here to flashing his badge to see the person in charge, and well, one thing led to another, and the Modron did speak to the person in charge, and they said to get rid of them. And then the Modron did its best to get rid of you in the way it knew how, which was activate several suits of armor and weapons to animate and attack, closing you all in this place. And with a flurry of movements, you quickly dealt with the situation and crumpled all of the gear that threw themselves at you. And the Modron deactivated the remainder to save its own life, stating it did not want to go back. Meanwhile, flash sideways. Anybody remember those from Lost? Don't. Meanwhile, Louise started to feel better, figured catch up with the crew, wandering into this temple, see a mess scattered about the place here. And look, a couple of Modrons trying to like sweep it up into different piles, and one of them just kind of throwing little bits and pieces around. And you see a large kind of safe door along one of these walls in here, and opened up as you're kind of waiting, not getting any answers from these Modrons. The door opened. After a moment, figured maybe go inside. And as you wander through the main door, well, you see mess closed door. Yeah, you wander into that door eventually. And that's where we're going to pick up with Louise walking in just as soon as this Modron here flips that switch, and the door reopens to the exit not the door that you guys are trying to get to.
Oh.
Not this door?
Not that door. I'll bring you guys that map.
Please.
I've been wandering around for a while. I finally found you guys.
Oh, I'm glad you're feeling better, buddy. Hey,
Oh.
I've been here the whole time.
Dr. Jelly.
Uh-huh.
I was looking at these really nice weapons over here. Are any of them, I'm gonna whisper to you, magical?
Let me take a look, even though it's not a top priority here. What are you going to do with it if it is magical? What are you going to do? You going to steal it?
I'm not gonna steal anything. We're gonna fill out the requisite forms in order to procure.
And those weapons all belong to the Asner Productions.
Oh,
So,
listen. Can I just inspect them for research sake? Just for data collection, notes, science.
This cube Modron will be like, I don't care.
Okay, great. I'll cast detect magic.
They all have a faint residual glow. They were magical until now.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Other things would glow
Were, but
is the firearm / crossbow that the Modron is kind of wielding himself, slung over his shoulder as he's pulling that lever. I can let you through that door, but I'm gonna head out of here.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Why are you
Are you
afraid
gonna
of
go?
going back?
They'll disassemble me and I won't remember what happened.
It's a legitimate fear.
Mhm. Are you gonna take that magazine with you?
Yes, and my plant.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh, I'm sorry that I used it on the sword. I hope. You know what you should do? You should sprinkle a little bit of eggshells in there for a nice fertilizer. It'll bounce back real quickly.
I've read coffee grounds.
Yeah, that'll work too. You just want, you want the pH of the soil to be nice.
The pH,
Oh.
yes, I have heard of this.
Yes, that's very
Yeah.
interesting.
It'll
Meanwhile,
be fine.
and this is probably when Louise. Actually, what are Malcolm and Oblate doing while you guys are discussing that? Speaking to the Smotron.
Waiting patiently.
Tapping his foot at the door.
Yeah, Malcolm's kind of overhearing the conversation and wondering if he should apologize for the whole Eldritch blast through this thing, or just trying to still get a feel for this interesting group of people that he is a part of now that after combat is apologizing to the thing that was trying to murder us. Just kind of taking it all in.
Mhm.
Fair enough.
We're good guys.
Dr. Jellybean is sorry that she hurt the plants, okay?
Yeah, that's fair.
Sorry for nothing.
Well, I'll say as you guys are discussing this will be when Louise kind of stumbles through this portal door.
Oh, hello everyone.
Hey, Louise. You feeling better?
A little bit better, but Adel, I thought that your people would take better care of this place.
That makes two of us.
So it's not always like this, I suppose.
I don't know. I've never been here until now.
This room seems messier than the others.
That's because of the battle.
As there's
Oh.
crumpled armor and broken weapons all over the floor.
I see I missed some action and two new friends.
I'm not a friend, as the Modron kind of lifts up one of his forearms.
Correct.
Jeez, that hurts my feelings. Louise, this is Malcolm. He's part of the Federation, right, Malcolm?
Hello there. That's right. Part of the Federation. Here on official business.
Quite. Well, the more the merrier, I always say.
Right?
I don't
Malcolm,
think
this
I've
is-
ever heard you say that.
It's a saying, Aethel. Come on. Give me a
This
break.
is Louise. He's a very talented musician.
Oh, lovely to meet you.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine, of course.
Well, I suppose if you'll open the door,
Oh, yes.
I'll let you leave, and then regret it later.
I won't regret it. I mean, as long as I'm gone. It makes a semblance of a smile as it just starts marching. Oh, actually, it'll fly over to the door. Place its hand on the door. You would see invisible sigils kind of light up as they're no longer invisible. And promptly go fly over you guys. Out the other door as the two larger doors open up into darkness.
That seemed a little disconcerting, right?
He is an unregistered summoned being. He's effectively an illegal immigrant.
I feel like I missed a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
Mostly just that.
Oh,
Both a lot and not much at all. A lot of paperwork. There were some forms. We can catch you up on that if you'd like, but
We
there's
could get you
really
a
not much
dog
to
or a
tell.
cat.
That's true.
It'll take 2 months, though, probably, though.
We could have gotten you a houseplant moments
Hmm.
ago, but
you know, I don't know. I kind of like our Tressum.
And Lucy, don't forget about her.
Do they have any forms to sell a hamster?
Put your hamster up for adoption.
Just straight up. No, I said what I said.
But with the swirling darkness of this door, and the two kind of turrets just kind of powered down.
Who wants to go first?
I
Oh.
have no idea what we're doing.
I'll
I
go
will
first.
through.
I'm going through those
Oblate beat me
doors.
to it. I'm gonna try to catch up to Oblate as he steps through because he's right there.
We're
Shoot.
trying to meet the guy who is in charge, so that we
God.
can go into his archive, so we can learn about solar dragons.
His name is Dalfarius.
That's true.
And as you're
Don't look
all
him in the eyes.
one by one walking through this darkness, you're met with a cold breeze and into a room about 40 feet high, stacked to the brim with bookshelves going all the way up. No ladder or anything, but you do see standing at a desk here, a mechanical individual, and with a pair of small wings similar to Athel's, wearing a large red-brimmed hat and kind of like robes, but not full robes. The sleeves are gone, like a sleeveless robe essentially, and the center part open, so like a long vest of also that crimson coloration. Appears to be organizing some scrolls. Does not even acknowledge that you enter.
Oh, well, that's even better. I'm gonna start looking at the bookshelves.
As you start to glance at them, voice comes up. Ah. The Federation, I suppose?
yes.
I
Care
thought-
to talk about what that just all was? I mean, we've always had amicable ties.
I
with
thought I
this
told him to get
planet.
rid of you. I don't have time for this now.
Yeah, what did you mean by get rid of us? It seems like maybe there was a misunderstanding.
It would seem whatever I said didn't take hold as you are here.
Great, so you have time to meet with us.
Puts a few scrolls down. I am rather busy. What is this regarding? And kind of keeps reading. You would see it occasionally. One of its fingers turns into like a quill. Ink kind of spills out.
Hazel,
I
I think-
believe we are looking for access to the archives.
What is this pertaining to?
Malcolm would kind of look towards the rest of the group. You You all feel free to go first.
Ethel, do you want to take lead?
Mhm.
Talk to your
Sure, I
guy.
can talk.
And you are? Yes.
Ethel the Dragon. Are you Dalfarius?
I am. Ethel the Dragon. I don't believe we have you on record. Oh, here it is, and kind of like flips through some papers. Yes, you just arrived about 40 minutes ago.
Correct. We are here to learn more about two things: solar dragons and the temple's dealings, or the house's dealings, with the Asner Productions.
On whose authority?
On my authority.
Ooh.
Oh, look at Ethel. He's pulling rank.
He is the
He'll
dragon.
finally look up towards you, and you can see a long metallic goatee attached to the rest of his like bronze face. The goatee would be silver, along with a fancy mustache of silver as well. And looking up at you with these kind of golden eyes. Oh. I didn't realize, Are you with the Federation?
No,
It brow slightly furrows. Which one of you was the representative? Quite a variety here.
we'll just gesture behind him.
That would be me.
Yes, I am sorry for trying to send you away, but I was, and still am, quite busy. You can see the number of papers that I need to fill out and get them organized.
Of course.
This
I
is the only
understand.
room that's currently organized.
What do you mean?
The
Have
rest
you
of the
not
temple's
seen
in disarray.
Did you guys
Yeah.
not leave the rooms?
What do you mean
Nothing out
disarray?
there. That's a mess. Oh, it's chaos. Papers everywhere. Broken things. Your robots not doing their jobs.
They don't know what's going on.
No.
Drones do seem to lack proper orders.
Well, that's not good.
Agreed.
I must attend to this at once. Yes, fine. Look through the archives. I see you have someone of sensible nature. Do not steal. You will know.
Look at
Every
We're not taking anything.
single thing in this room I know of.
Are we able to copy down any information?
Yes, this is all public.
Perfect.
Nothing in
Seems
here
pretty
is...
private.
No, we keep our records public for the reason of allowing others to learn and abide by the laws.
Then we will begin searching. I would like to
Yes.
talk to you about Asner Corporation later.
Yes, it would seem
When
I
we
would
have
have
time.
a lot to deal with if things are in, as you say, disarray. Then I should go place some order on everything. I
Agreed.
trust I can leave you all to this. Having at least a man of the Federation and a... kind of looks you over. Someone of sensibility.
Oh yeah, we'll be fine.
You have our
Probably
humble
won't
word.
do anything wrong.
And kind of gives you a nod. And my apologies to the Federation for this misunderstanding, whatever you think it may be.
It is appreciated. I'll make sure to leave out the whole being attacked of any official reports that I have to file.
Attacked?
I think that was probably the miscommunication.
You're
back
on
in that
Lost
room.
Squadron.
You'll see in the next room.
6-1 Gamma. I thought I talked to him about that. Thank you for informing me. It will be noted.
He ran away, by the way.
Yeah, he's gone.
Took his plant with him too.
Hmm.
He had a plant?
And a magazine. And a
There's
gun.
quite chaos in there.
We can't have Modrons running rogue. I will have to send down a hunting team. Thank you. And
Yeah, no problem.
kind of just passes through you all. And disappears.
Yep, let's get started.
Leaving you to this giant room. A sourceless, well, I guess a source of light in here would be this large kind of undersided dome of just like, looks like a mini sun. Even radiating out. It feels kind of warm in here, but not... It's warm and stagnant, but not moist, if that makes sense. It's dry. And there are just shelves and shelves of books.
All right, let's get to it. Cracking the books.
Whacking.
Do they have any discernible order that they might be in?
The Dewey
Are we
Decimal
talking
System.
Dewey Decimal? Yeah.
It would...
Why does it have to
I'm
be
about to edit
Dewey?
it up.
It's always Dewey.
Dewey's
It's always Dewey.
decimal.
I'm
It's
sorry.
a
I would...
completely unrelated man named Dewey invented it.
I would say things are in a... It depends
They're
on...
definitely organized in some
They're
manner.
very organized, but it's in a very kind of unique sort of way that would be a little alien to most of you, Aethel, as you're looking it over. Like, it makes perfect sense how they're ordered.
Yeah, it's just,
I was gonna say, so Dewey Decimal, pretty
Yeah.
much foreign
Right.
to all of us at this
Yeah.
point.
Numbers written on the spine,
Yeah,
those
And-
numbers correspond to whole words.
right.
right?
And it
And-
would be numbers on every spine. It wouldn't be a name of anything. So it is... There's a lot.
What do we need to do? What do we need to roll?
So you're all going just looking for books. How are you looking for books? And
I'm not looking.
Taking one off
Fair
the
enough.
shelf, opening it,
I'm
Looking
just
and see
Throw
what
it,
it's
throwing
about.
it behind you.
put it
What's-
back on the shelf.
what is Oblate doing? Listening to the books?
He's disorganizing.
disorganizing.
He's undoing the system.
Are you?
I sure am.
Okay.
Oh my god. Chaos.
But if I see anything
ensues.
about a red dragon or a solar dragon, I will put that one to the side.
Or as their corporation.
Or if you find a good romance novel, let me know, buddy.
No,
You would not find those here.
top of the shelf.
These are
Very
strictly
bad.
like records, like patents and laws and very not romance novels. Unless it's a work of...
a technical
nonfiction.
manual on how to romance.
Yes, there might be that.
Can I try to study the decimal system to try to figure out a pattern?
Sure, we'll say everyone, as you're just looking throughout the shelves, give me a group investigation check.
We're just all rolling.
Everyone
Yeah,
roll.
get on. Sounds good.
All right.
Any modifications to mine, since I should be familiar-ish.
I'll give you advantage.
Cool. Alright.
Wow.
Roll
Not
with
great.
it.
Rolling really good so far.
I mean, nothing interests Louise more than books, right?
I know you're a big book reader.
He is.
Before you
Definitely like really dry manuscript stuff. That's like your jam.
spend it to. I'll take advantage on the roll. Spending lucky.
You have to say lucky before you roll.
I see. I'm reading that now. You didn't before, so is that okay
Yeah.
or no?
I will allow you this one time. If you do it again, you're fired.
You're fine.
Oh shit!
Don't let it
Wow.
happen again.
Whoa!
Bub.
Probably kept the first.
Yeah, I'll keep
Yeah.
the first one because I think I can keep it, and then
Yeah, because it just gives you advantage.
Yeah,
Doesn't
because
give you
it's
a reroll.
advantage.
and I'll add a D10 to that.
All right, using your. I don't remember what it is. Student of
I
War
don't
or
remember what
whatever.
it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
So
13.
15's not terrible.
Or, oh, I see. Yeah, 15.
Yeah,
Yeah, 15 is good. Fair enough. I will say then for Dr. Jellybean, yeah, you've never seen books organized in this fashion. And like every time you're going and trying, you think you might have it figured out. There's like a history book next to a patent and next to a biography of someone like
Everything's in chaos.
and
Jeez.
and then like as you're finally like spending minutes like at least half an hour if not more looking over this, you realize that every time you think you're getting inkling to it, you look over and you see Oblate just kind of shuffling the books around up and down and all around. Like he's like just right in front of you every time, you just now putting it together because you're focused on the book in front of you.
Oh, Blades, come
Did
on.
you see this one? It looks good. I'm just over there. I slide one underneath one of the bookshelves. No one needs that one.
You should flip some so that like the spine is like facing backwards. So it's just-
Great idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
The subtle art of appearing busy.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna dog ear a couple of these pages. Hopefully they don't mind.
So,
Ooh.
specifically looking on things of Asner Productions, things of Solar Dragons, there would be,
We found something.
we'll say, as you're looking around Aethel, you notice something odd about this wall over here. Just odd.
Neat.
But taking note of that, together, the rest of you besides Dr. Jellybean and Oblate, we would note a couple of things. Looking under Asner Productions would reveal that Jonathan Asner, under the Asner Productions, has been buying other people's patents and repatenting them for himself throughout the last 5 or so years, and utilizing them under the umbrella of Asner Productions. Noting all of these also have the signature of the president. And some of these things would even detail new laws in place, which includes a device that prohibits flight from spelljamming vehicles. The device, which is kept below 1337B12.
Oh.
Interesting.
Also under Asner Productions is a singular sole rights to utilize a material called star metal.
That sounds neat.
So does the fact that the thing keeping us from flying is right under here.
It would record that samples are in storage in 1337B12.
Makes
Samples
sense.
of the star metal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay. Good stuff.
There would be a slight note. You can't see too much into it. I'd say you guys are spending probably a good hour and a half up here studying, looking things over. There is also a slight note about something called Project Mollusk.
Mollusk?
Mollusk.
Like,
Mollusk. Yeah, like the creature. There are plenty of things about utilizing a creature of great power for solar fragmentation, restabilization, as well as receipts of payments made to a company called the Oasis. And it looks like this solar manipulation requires the containment of a being of great power, able to utilize the sun in other ways, in ways others cannot. On specifically solar dragons, there are hypotheses that there is one, or a family of them, living within the star of the mill. But the sightings are fragmented and uncoordinated. They're not... It's just rumors here and there, it seems like.
Oh, this is so boring. What is
Dude,
this even saying?
Just reorganize. It's so much more fun.
It's saying that the thing that's keeping us from flying is right here. So if we dismantle, disable,
In a
destroy,
new type of metal.
Right, star
yeah,
metal.
some sort of star metal thing, and that there's maybe a being of great power, and sun dragons live around this area. There's a lot of boring stuff, man. But I'm
There's
gonna go
also
back
something
to
going on with this wall. If you'd rather look at that.
I'll take a look.
There's no romance novels.
I'm gonna be
Wouldn't,
copying all the notes
Okay.
about all of this stuff.
Luigi's just gonna go over this bench and start playing his lute.
Okay.
That's fair.
Would I be able to get any more information about the Project Mollusk?
That is all, because of the roll, that is all that you guys get from this.
Always
It's after an hour and a half. If you want, you could spend even more time.
Ooh, that's I'm gonna go look and read what's on the desk while they're exploring that.
Okay, give me an investigation check of the desk.
Sure, why not? This is silly. I'm gonna use lucky again.
Okay. And Oblate kind of checking out this wall. Give me an investigation check. Because Aethel will kind of point out there's something off about it and show you. Good thing for that lucky.
Terrible.
Well, I can reroll ones. That's
I
so
thought that was
weird.
my roll at first, and I was like, oh no.
So does it mean
that
I
was great.
reroll the one and choose between that or the 17?
I would say no, yeah.
But only because of the way it works.
If you
If
had
you roll-
disadvantage, you'd reroll.
You would have to choose. Basically, you have to choose the one and then re-roll it.
Yes, yeah,
Right,
exactly.
okay.
Because of your halfling effect.
Gotcha.
Say Tobias with a 17. Real quick, you glance and notice what some of the papers that Dalfarius was going over. Looks like some sort of deal with the government, detailing that if something should happen to the president, Asner Productions will take over and become the figurehead of the Dursus River and everything in the system.
Whoa.
They're gonna kill the president. We have to stop it.
We have to steal the Declaration of Independence.
No, guys, they're gonna kill the president.
What's the president's name again?
Theodol Ruspelt.
Theodol.
Theodel? I think it's Theodol.
Roosevelt.
Theo Rustbelt.
Yeah, we need to disable the thing that's preventing us from flying and go save the president.
Well, wait a minute.
Oh.
Isn't this thing that's disabling us from flying? Wouldn't that be like against April's rules or whatever?
It said
Did
it's
we
under
see?
Asner production, so yeah.
Did we
Ethel,
see
what's
any
the ruling? on
laws?
this?
About dismantling.
It's strictly prohibited.
Okay, so
We're
it
not
is
supposed to
against
break
the
stuff
law,
typically.
Mm-hmm.
right?
What if we just disabled temporarily, semi-permanently, in order for the greater good?
As you're all discussing this, Oblate, as you're kind of looking over that wall, can't quite figure it out. There's something about it. It's It's like there's almost like the framework of a door, but there's no hinges, nothing, no buttons on the wall, nothing to tell that you can open it. Other than there's these light creases where it looks like the metal is bent in a door shape.
Can I hit it?
Give me an athletics check. As Oblate punches this metal wall,
Walls are so bad.
you hear a loud ting
Ow.
as yeah, you hurt your knuckles.
Well, it's solid, that's for sure. It does look weird. I mean, I don't know.
I don't either. But it's
Yeah.
probably the door to the anti-flying machine.
Is it magical, you think?
It probably has a lever, just like every other door we've seen here.
Can I
Oh, we just need to pull the right book off the shelf.
Oh my god.
Maybe.
That's all it is. Everyone just start ripping all of the books off the shelf.
You should probably keep them in their chronological order.
That way
I
we
think
Can I
Dolpharius said he
literally-
wasn't busy enough, so we should probably give him a little bit more work to do.
Can I ritually cast detect magic?
Absolutely, you sit down for 10 minutes and start this ritual of focusing on your tablet.
Let me see if I can find anything in here that might be magical. Give us a clue.
Can I
Where
start pulling books?
you
Every 10
you
minutes?
just start pulling books for 10 minutes, just like throwing them on the ground.
I won't say I'm not gonna make a mess. I'm just gonna slide them
He's
back
like pulling
and
them out
forth,
and put them
pull
back
out
in.
and put them back on.
Okay.
I feel like I can get through like half a shelf by the time 10 minutes is up.
I'll say give me another investigation check. Because you're going about it a
You
different
do
way
it,
at
I
least.
believe in you.
With a nat 1, you get
All the
yourself...
books come flying off the shelf.
Yeah, the bookshelf starts to lean a little bit as you're grabbing a hold of some of them. And roll me a dex save.
Oh
Uh-oh.
lord.
Done did it this time.
With a 16. You avoid being squashed by hundreds of pounds of books as they fall.
Nah, it wasn't me, guys. I don't know what just happened.
Guys, we hear loud like the trampling of books falling to the
Everyone
ground.
okay over there?
What'd
I
you
mean,
do,
I'm
buddy?
good. Ethel, did you get caught under the books? Are you good? You're out of there? I can't tell.
I'm fine.
It was localized.
With everybody spending more time in this room, could I work a musician feat in?
I'd say sure, yeah. Why not?
Okay. Everybody gets inspiration.
Everyone?
Except me.
Oh.
As everyone
the
has
ultimate
heroic inspiration.
Sacrifice.
Always the bridesmaid.
And never a groom.
That was the perfect time to hear the dog toy. But yeah,
Randomly decided he wants to play with a toy right now.
Dr. Jellybean, there's abjuration magic all over this room.
Oh, everywhere. It's
Mhm.
everywhere. Does it give me any
Every
clues, guys?
single book has abjuration magic on it, as well as divination magic.
Hmm.
Okay.
So
I don't
it's
know what
not
that
helpful
means.
at all
No,
in terms of opening this possible door.
it is not.
Cool.
Oh. Wait, didn't all the rest of them have levers on their desk?
Yes.
I'm gonna sit down in the chair.
Sit down in the chair. You're in a chair.
Look around for levers. Well, like looking in the desk.
looking
Searching
around.
the desk for buttons.
You
or
already
levers or-
looked at the desk, so
Oh,
you,
yeah,
do not,
yeah.
you do not find anything about the desk.
What about the chair? What if there's like a secret panel in the arm of the chair?
What do I feel like this is just going to cause the chair to recline backwards slowly?
Yeah, that's exactly what Tobias is doing.
It does
He's
like a
Well, this is
leaning back
nice.
from the chair.
Yeah.
I'll say give me a. There's nothing wrong with the chair.
Okay.
It's a
I'm
chair.
gonna pick the shelf back up.
Okay.
I will help.
Starting
I'm not gonna let
to
him
put
do
the
it by
books
himself.
on the shelf and yeah.
Though these books are definitely out of order.
So if the president dies, Asner Productions gets control of everything,
They get it all.
and we already know that they're plotting to kill the president. So we need Aethel. Would it be legal to disable the device in order for us to get to the president in order to save him, to keep the system running properly?
Do you know where the president is?
At the mill?
Do you know that?
Malcolm, do you know?
That's a good question.
I do not.
Tobias thinks he's at the mill, so yes, he's at the mill. I do know that.
Does the Federation have anything to do with the president? With the like what
What does the Federation do on a macro
Right.
level? What are their policies? How do they take care of all the galaxies?
All right. Well, I'm glad you asked. I have notes here that's a Federation civics lesson, so everybody strap in. No, I'm just joking. I don't.
Civics 102. Right. Yeah, I'm basically just like resorting these books back onto the shelf, and then also probably going through and sorting the things that just got thrown around.
Okay.
But it did say it was under it, right? So does that mean that, remember that steam pipe that we saw at the very beginning? Does it mean that that device might be under there? Because that's beneath.
I don't remember seeing a steam pipe, but
Oh,
then
it's-
again,
It was in the back right corner of the building, kind of right next to that door you came through originally.
we
Seemed to
could
go
go-
down pretty far.
Yeah, we could go and check it out.
Oh yeah,
Wait, what?
he's
you guys
talking
can
about.
see out of this room?
No, he just
No,
pinged.
Oh,
he just showed me the room.
Yeah.
gotcha.
Just real quick.
Yeah, we could go down there and disable the device and go save the president. Then we'd be heroes. Then we might not have to kill the Sun Dragon.
I don't really want to kill the Sun Dragon anyway.
I don't either. It's a lot
No.
of gold. But better than that, presidents are rich, and they pay you when you save them.
How many presidents do you know?
I don't really feel presidents are that rich.
How many have you saved?
Just
None.
the American ones.
I didn't even know there was a president.
I want to know more about the president. Like, is he a good guy? Like, I don't know anything about how. Somehow I've been too busy
He's
to
a
vote.
halfling. He's a halfling. There are no bad halflings.
That
Eh,
seems
Oh, if that's
you
mathematically
literally killed a
unlikely.
guy in front of me.
That we were supposed to save.
But
yeah,
he
that
was
we said that we were
evil.
like, don't kill this guy. He's not evil. He's gonna help us. We have a direct line to him. He might know more about this. He can help us.
Being that I just met you all like a couple hours ago, and this is the second time we've revisited this event, I think you have some stuff
Comes
you all
up a
need
lot.
to unpack. Yeah.
I completely forgot he was here. My
Just
bad.
as an outside observer.
No, it's okay. So this guy tried to destroy a station and tried to take out this really nice lady, and he wasn't a good guy. And then we were hired to do protection for him, but then he was attacked and it was set up, and I was like, oh well.
Anyways,
guy.
why don't we discuss the situation here? Yes.
Yes.
We learned from our mistakes, right, Tobias?
Yes, we've learned.
So I'm fairly certain that the machine is down here.
Okay.
We are also fairly certain, or have been confirmed, that there are multiple things in place for the Asner Productions group and its subsidiaries to take over in case of governmental or societal collapse. We have anecdotal evidence that I'm inclined to believe that Asner is not a really nice guy.
I would
But
agree with that.
But that doesn't mean that he's actually flying to assassinate somebody.
But we found the note, remember?
The note also implies the lady that we're trying to help.
Right, we haven't quite figured out all the sides of everything yet.
Correct. We do not have enough information to make a good decision.
So
We could make a rash decision.
We
I
are
like
quite
those.
good at those.
Right.
and they
We
always
have
work out
made
for
a
the
lot of
best.
them. That's not
I
true.
stop now.
Well, first things first, we want to see what's behind this door, right? Dr. Jellybean, you are smart. Can you figure out the way through this door?
Sure. Yeah.
Can I give her some bardic inspiration?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You gonna use your skills?
Yeah,
Ah.
buddy.
You can do that thing.
Probably
Oh,
doesn't have any
okay.
science on him right
I'd
now.
like to talk to Dalfarius and confirm how attached they are to Asner Productions.
I think it may be best to talk to him outside of this office and not let him back into this office for a little bit.
I feel like we could take a bunch of books if they tried to kill us.
Mhm.
I feel like we might not want to be in this office in the current state that it's in when he comes back in this office.
That too. That
That's-
mostly is yeah.
It's already better. I'm working as we talk.
Yeah.
I'm walking and talking here, man. But it'll take a while, obviously, because
Yeah.
he's had an hour and a half of messing up stuff and then accidentally threw a
Yep.
bookshelf down.
Right.
All right. So you want me to try to figure out how to open this door?
I mean, it'll
I
get
would-
us somewhere, right?
Can I try to dispel magic on the door?
Absolutely.
Did it look magical when you looked at everything?
I mean, my understanding was that everything looked magical, right?
The
backing
room
away.
the room glows with the magic, yeah.
Did the door specifically glow with magic?
Not
or whatever it is?
specifically, but everything
part
in
of
here
it.
glows magically.
Part
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's glowing because of the big sun that's glowing down on us.
Huh.
Maybe that's the source.
Or maybe
Well-
the whole building is integrated into the item that stops things from flying? That's probably
Okay.
magical. Or powered by magic.
Well, unless somebody's got a better idea, that's what I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try
Okay.
it. See what happens. It's a
You're the
science
smart one.
experiment.
You're
Get-
the smart one. You
Learn.
do you.
Give me
This
a,
was just an idea based on the thing he said.
as
You
you
do what you want.
beep boop beep on your tablet. Roll me an intelligence check.
And I have inspiration.
You have regular inspiration, so you can re-roll it, or you have heroic inspiration, so you can re-roll, and you have bardic inspiration, so you can add a D6 to that, or D8 to any roll.
What
I'm
did you want me to give
helping.
you?
So do a regular intelligence check.
Intelligence. Check. Got it. Don't worry about it.
Do you? With a 6.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use
Your
my
heroic inspiration.
inspiration.
Heroic inspiration will let you re-roll that.
Yeah,
All
It's a
right.
good start.
let's do that.
Start with that.
Mhm.
Ish.
There
With
we
a
go.
22.
Okay.
Anything you want to adjust to that?
Do you want to use bardic?
Use it. I got more.
Sure, I'll add
I'm
D6
not
to
I'm
it.
not baiting you into it. I was just asking if like because
I'll
a
use- I
22
mean-
22 is good.
Oh, okay.
If you know how dispel magic works.
All
No
right.
idea.
22 can dispel
I think
anything.
20 up is basically good.
Yeah, 20 up dispels.
Also, I
anything.
think
It's
Bardic
like-
Inspiration can't be used if it's already succeeding.
That's
I
true.
think it's in the book now that basically like you get told that you're failing,
That's fair.
but
That-
not how
that
much you failed by, and then
makes
you're allowed to
sense.
use your Bardic.
Things I should know.
Hmm.
I don't know. I can grab my book.
Dr. Jellybean, as you beep boop beep and kind of focus, you're like, no, that's not it. Do it better. And you would see a wave of magical energy pour across this panel. As you would also hear a click come from the far end of the room. On a different wall. That makes this panel disappear, and you would just see this small door-shaped void in front of you.
Look at that. They said it couldn't be done.
Very nice. You are one of the
Be
smart
done.
ones.
Nobody said,
Mhm.
but yeah. Well,
Oh
Wow.
yeah, I gotta go first.
off you go.
If you want to.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go jump through the board.
Yeah, it says when they fail the D20 test.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
when you're allowed to.
Hand in
Trick
hand
the
with
thing.
my time ghost. Jump through.
Tobias jumps through this void, and Tobias coming into a much smaller room, square in shape still. You see a few cloth-covered furniture pieces or something, you're not sure, in one corner. On another corner, you would see dazzling and glimmering mineral of like silverish bluish quality in crates. Next to that, you would also see a chest. Pillar in the center of the room holds a mechanical arm that is just kind of hanging out there. And across from that pillar, you would see a table, another chest on that, and what looks like some sort of atlas in another corner. It's pitch black, and actually you wouldn't see shit. It's pitch black in there.
Oh, well, I don't want to light a torch, so I'm gonna use this pop rock I've been holding on to forever,
Okay.
And eat it.
and then I see all that.
And then you would see all that. How long does a pop rock last for? I can't remember.
I'm trying to find it right now.
Bardic Inspiration lasts for an hour now,
True.
which is
Do the rest of you follow?
forever. Yeah, we'll probably go in right after.
Yeah.
Sure.
That way I can bring everybody to the room. Not to be confused with the great theatrical release of
The room.
But yeah, you would all see this.
So these are the crates full of like the metal or whatever, metal substance.
Inside of those crystals, you'd see little flecks of metal ever so slightly.
So it's like unrefined.
Yep.
Mm.
Interesting.
That must be the stuff.
Hmm. I want to
That's
go check.
probably star metal.
I want to check it. I want to look at that.
Move around this pillar so I can see.
It's still pretty dark on the other side of the pillar.
It is.
That's because we're not generating our own.
Those
light.
of you
There you go.
without dark vision cannot see and hear very well.
Um,
Luckily, Tobias has this glowing stone. It makes a
Yeah, I was
crackling
like-
noise
and
the
I just
entire
cast
time.
light again.
All right.
Like I could
Oh.
give
This is a
I-
big chest.
Oblate something with light on it since I can see in the dark.
That is a chest, elaborate making, cogs all around it, and a symbol of a half cog on the top of it.
I think that's meant for you, April.
And it's resting on a table.
It's not meant for me because it's not mine. But I am curious what's in it.
As am I.
Yes. As am I curious about that one over there as well.
See like a more rugged looking chest there, like a footlocker kind of it's big.
More like
You-
an everyman's
You,
chest.
you could fit a body in there if you wanted to. And I'm not saying
That's
there's a
good
body,
chest.
I'm just saying it's about that size.
He's saying that there's a body in that chest.
Okay. Well,
God has spoken to you.
And you would notice
You know that
this
there's a body in there.
apparatus in the corner is always changing, but it does seem to show somewhat of an overlay of the entirety of the Dursus River / the mill system. As it's less of a rounded area around the star, as there's the star there, and this just expanding mass of land on one side of it as it's spinning around it. So it's not equal on every side. Mostly on one side.
well, I feel like we should get in these chests, but Aethel, this one seems like it's really like one that you should open.
Well, I'm assuming it's locked.
Oh, well, that's always unfortunate. Well, we could check it. I'm gonna kind of look at the chest
I
and
mean, I could try and open it real quick.
yeah, you try to open it, and then if it doesn't work, I have a way that we can look inside.
I will try and see if it can just be unlatched and opened.
Sure. As
I'm
you
backing up.
grab the chest, or just check to see if it can unlatch one of the cogs. It's locked, but you would see a shimmering light emanate around as the arm would kind of motion towards you. The mechanical arm attached to that pillar just kind of animates and moves towards you in a way, releasing this bluish light as it splits. That light kind of splits into three, revealing, or what rather, turning into three large kind of celestial or immaterial hands. And we're gonna roll initiative.
Oh, that's
Slow touch it.
Cool.
But as we roll initiative here, we are going to go ahead and take our little 5-10 minute break here. So we'll resume with initiatives here at about 5 till or so. So stick around, folks. We'll be back as these living hands animate. We'll see you in a few.
sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good.
Shortly.
Alrighty, folks, we are back with it, and last we left off, after scouring the archives and making a real mess of the room, you found a hidden doorway. Dispelling it, coming inside, you see a small storage kind of area with chests and some weird mineral rocks. Aethel, seeing one of the chests, had cogs on it, probably something important to the cog people, who we're going to call them from now on. But trying to open it caused a mechanical arm to animate and present 3 not mechanical hands to appear. These 4 hands made of pure magical force erupt out and kind of all split around. It would actually all be around Aethel. And that's where we're going to pick up. We've all rolled initiative. Aethel, you're up first. What are you doing?
I think I'm gonna be getting attacked, but before that,
Mm-hmm.
let's. Do I just cast another big spell? I'm surrounded.
You are surrounded.
Sacred lawnmower.
Sacred lawnmower.
You do have it.
Yeah, why not? We'll just cast Spirit Guardians again.
Alrighty. As a swirling mass of cogs appear.
The cogs, Modrons.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me some damage.
Yeah, let me roll it. Let me find it on here. There it is. Yeah. How did it roll?
No, that was me rolling. It did
I
not
was
roll.
like-
Now you gotta click on damage.
Yeah. Hey, that was pretty good. 17.
That is pretty good.
Yeah.
As the swirling cogs and modrons and gears slash through these, they seem resistant.
But not immune.
Not immune. They are resistant.
Okay.
And the device, you would note it, the mechanical arm that created them, does not get affected by this.
It's not a creature.
Or it's immune.
Or it's immune.
Anything else for Aethel?
No, I think I'm good for now. I'll stand right here.
Alright, that's going to take us to hand number 1. Sensing a threat is going to try to grasp you. I need a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no, they're making me roll. Let's see what happens. Yeah, normal. Never mind, I'm amazing.
With an 18, as this large hand reaches down trying to like grab your feet, you just kind of hop over it excellently. That'll end its turn, taking us to Oblate. Seeing this hand right in front of you try to grapple Aethel.
I'm going to try to. I'm just gonna. Which one do I want to do first? So I can choose if my unarmed attacks are magical or not.
Pretty much you can choose between doing force or bludgeoning.
Right. That's what I'll do. I'm gonna do force attack. On the one right in front of me.
Okay.
If I can find. There it is.
Oh, that's right, it does. I forgot to make a new one for you. The damage should be right. A 15 is going to be a miss.
Oh, that's disappointing. I'll just do it again.
As it whooshes through its semi-incorporeal form?
Incorporeal.
Incorporated. And 18 is also going to be a miss.
Wow.
Okay.
Well,
Thanks.
in that case,
As this hand just kind of like glides around your fist as you're punching.
well, I'll bonus action and do it again.
All right, bonus action, do it again.
Hit him with a 19 this time.
Hopefully so.
Let's see that 19.
Maybe even a 20. That would be cool.
20
Maybe.
would be fine too.
20 would be
Not
better
a
than
nat
19.
20, because that would be cheating.
A 24 does indeed hit.
Oh, thank God.
All right.
And was the damage correct on this one?
The
Which one of
damage
these
the
did-
damage should be correct now. They've updated it.
Okay.
We'll find out if I'm
Should
right
be
or not.
D8. Okay.
It did not. So you got to roll it from the sheet.
Okay.
D8 plus 4.
Easy breezy.
Beautiful cover girl.
For 10 points of damage as you bludgeon into it with your forceful strike. It will take 10 points of damage.
Nice.
I forgot to do another wisdom save on it for its thing. It'll still take a little bit of damage from the
Or do you want me to
the
roll it
ore.
again?
Nah, we'll just keep it for the same turn.
Sure, we'll just do it
Around.
around mine.
Yeah. Anything else for Oblate as you punch into this creature? It just seems pure force here.
This is going to be difficult, but no. Nothing else.
All right. Louise, standing by the door as you realize it is shut behind you.
I don't think we have anywhere to go, guys.
Mirror image on myself.
Okay.
And I'll try and like slide over here. And I will a mental of inspiration, everybody.
All right. As the glistening
Oh,
locks of hair flow from Louise, as everyone gets 2 temporary hit points and can use your reaction to move up to your speed
I'm staying put.
Without
Wow.
provoking him.
Oh.
without provoking attacks opportunity.
All this space to move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't say the door was locked. I just said it's shut.
The way it should.
I'm standing my ground.
All right.
This is a stand your ground state. So
Tobias is the only one that moves from that.
I took it.
Howard.
All right. That'll take us to the
Yeah.
fair Dr. Jellybean.
All right. Well, you know I did it before. So I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna try to dispel magic on one of the hands.
Which one?
I'm gonna go for this one right here by Oblate and Malcolm.
Give me that intelligence check.
I still have Bardic Inspiration, right?
You do. Anytime you fail any D20 test, you can add that D6.
for the next like 50
Okay.
something minutes.
Yep.
Oh my god.
With a 9.
Okay, well I'm gonna use my Bardic Inspiration.
Roll that D6.
Maybe
D8, I thought.
Maybe it'll.
A
maybe it'll
D8.
be
Sorry.
enough.
It's a D8.
Oh,
The D8.
try again.
I'm dumb.
Yeah, we're past level 5.
Hey, you rolled
Well,
the same thing.
It was meant to
With
be.
an 11, as your magic, you
There you
press
go.
your beat boot, magic just kind of fizzles and sizzles around this forceful hand.
Didn't work.
Anything else for Dr. Jellybane?
Nope. That'll be it.
All right. That's going to take us to hand number 2. Hand number 2 is just going to straight up try to punch Aethel.
Kind of rude, but okay.
Getting a nat 1. As it
That
tries to
misses.
punch into you, it just kind of grazes by your, I don't know, about 10 feet away from your face.
That's not even kind of close.
As it slams into the pillar behind. That's going to take us to Tobias.
Tobias is gonna pull his blades and slide under the creature over here,
Okay.
and I'm going to, as I'm doing so, I'm gonna cut it as I'm coming through with
You
my
just kind of try and slice underneath it with your magentan sun saw.
sword. First one, a 10.
10's going to be a miss.
So I'm on the other side, so I try to do it again as I whirl back to swing it.
12 is also going to be a miss. Is this every time, your first time as you like cut into it, sliding under it, it just kind of like skids across it like sandpaper, and it doesn't even like dent into it. You go into slash again, it goes through it this time.
And then bring my last sword around.
There you go.
Nat 20 will hit.
Crit damage.
Did it do it? It didn't. Did it roll?
No, you have to click on the one that says crit damage.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like that one.
14 points of damage with a just regular old scimitar.
Just with a regular scimitar.
All right. Doesn't seem to affect it as much as you were hoping.
Yep. And having used a bonus action, so I'll use a bonus action to take an offhand attack.
Okay. $25 will also be a hit.
Ignore the plus. So 5.
Yeah,
But you-
what's that?
Why ignore the 5?
I mean, you don't add your dexterity bonus to the bonus action.
Oh yeah, the offhand.
Unless you have the dual wielder, right?
Does the fighting style not add it to offhand
Yeah,
period?
it does.
It does. Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. So,
That's what makes the 2-weapon fighting feat so good now.
Gotcha.
It will take...
Because you get one extra attack.
Yep, it will take some of that damage as you carve into it. It just kind of leaving marks on its illusory form, but it's not illusory. This forceful hand now has scars.
It's arcade form.
And that's it for my turn.
All right, that'll take us to the last one. Seeing that this magic, actually, they both have to make wisdom saves. I'll do it now. Accidentally rolled something else. They both do fine. A 20 and a 20.
Would you like me to?
No, again, still same round. So if it's the same round, I'm going to keep the damage.
Listen.
But at the top of the next round, on their next turn, whatever, they will take it. But this guy is going
Beginning
to...
of my turn.
Well, it'll be at the end of their next turn. That's when they'll be up for another damage.
Sure.
It's going to try to punch Aethel as well. Getting a 26 to hit.
26 is better than 17.
As you take 28 points of force damage.
Ow.
A lot.
I need a constitution
kinda.
save, please. To
Yeah,
maintain that
14.
concentration, yes. As Dementophobia is actually giving Malcolm Watcher's Inspiration, or the 1 buff.
The one
Oh,
buff.
man, nice.
As Malcolm, you will have +1 to every single roll for the next minute.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dementophobia.
14 is 14.
14 is 14, and you do save.
Right, is 28 in total?
Yeah.
Yes.
28 points of force damage. It just kind of grinds its hands into your metal armor and it just knocks the wind out of you. That will take us to Malcolm.
Hey guys, still here.
Mhm.
Pulling up the rear. Let's see. I don't like this guy being that close.
Yeah, you're in a corner here.
Yeah, rocking a hard place. let's do or a rock in a non-corporeal place. Let's do
Magic hand in a wall.
Eldritch Blast on this guy.
All right, the one right in front of you. Go for it.
One right
With
in front
your
of me. Let's see.
sharpshooting. Pow pow.
Pow pow.
14 plus the 1 buff. I don't know if you have that on there.
I don't know if that's on this sheet.
It
If I
should
do,
be
there's-
under effects. But either way, a 15 is going to be a miss.
Oh.
As it lands into it and just kind of glances off of this forceful hand.
And can I do that again? Is it like
Every
Well,
time you
where
do
it's on
Eldritch
attack?
Blast, you just automatically do shoot. You shoot 2
So
beams.
regardless.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I
so
always shoot 2 now.
try it again.
All right.
That's the second pew in the pew pew.
A 23 will hit.
It's a 24, actually.
A 24 will also hit. Surprise.
And click the damage in the chat. Did you say?
Yeah,
That's
it should work.
Okay.
Yeah, yours should be fine.
It did not work. So adding your charisma bonus to that.
Oh, interesting.
They must have reset that little bit.
Charisma
It worked
is-
last week.
Plus 5.
So dealing 10 points of force damage.
This is not 11 because of 1 buff.
11 points of force damage.
Just making sure.
Do you want to push it back 10 feet too?
Where is 10 feet gonna like put it on top of someone? Yeah, absolutely. Push it back 10 feet.
All right, you push it back 10 feet as this blast just kind of doesn't quite blow a hole in it, but it does leave a mark.
Fantastic.
Anything else for Malcolm?
I am within range of that guy, so I can't really move because that'd be an attack of opportunity on it. And
And that's the one that's dangerous. It's the one that's actually done stuff.
That's the one that
That's the one
just,
that's actually does
just
stuff.
did like 28 points of force
And
damage.
almost 30 damage to my face.
Yep.
well, that's because you made it mad. He's not mad at me yet. He will be next turn.
This one will
That
be next time.
that will, yeah. That'll be it for me.
All right.
That'll be it for this one.
That'll take us to the top of the round with Aethel, the dragon.
Yeah. I'm going to. I think I'm just gonna do that. I think I'm just going to healing word myself.
Okay. Give yourself a little pep talk.
Where's healing word in this giant list of stuff?
Stop preparing so many spells. Jeez.
I'm sorry that I know a lot of things. There we go.
And give yourself
I'll
9 points of healing.
I'll gain 9. And then I think for my action, I'm just going to take the dodge action.
Smart.
Would you like me to roll?
I will.
This now, so we
Yeah,
just
go
know.
and roll it now. Yeah, absolutely, because they'll have to make it at the end of their turn.
Also pretty good.
That's pretty good. That will take us to the northernmost one. Being blasted back by Malcolm will leave the space of Tobias's Time Ghost. So
Take the
Tobias's
opportunity.
Time Ghost can get an attack of opportunity.
Totally plan that.
20 will just
20?
hit.
Woo.
AC is 20. That's
You
That's
found
pretty
the
high.
Take the sunsaw.
found the AC.
There we go. Activating the sunsaw.
As the Sunsaw whirs with magentan light even from the Time Ghost for 9 points of damage. As this thing starts to kind of flicker a little bit. It's close. It is then going to try to, as it just kind of forcefully charges towards Malcolm, open hand, trying to grasp him. Malcolm, I need a dexterity save.
That is a thing we can do for you.
It is. It's a real thing with an 18 with your
18 gang.
with your Hadozi reflexes. This thing goes down trying to grab a hold of you, just kind of duck as its fingers kind of pierce into the wall. You would imagine, but it kind of just sticks out of the wall. And no harm done to the wall. but you do hear a loud kind of metallic grinding noise as it pulls its fingers out. And this one will take some damage. Did I roll the wisdom save? I don't think so.
No, not for anyone.
You got an 18. It will take. It
Oh,
failed
that
its save, but they are resistant, which will then take us to Oblate as this one hand flickering in the whirling madrons and light around the space. What is Oblate doing?
Well, it didn't seem that. Well, I would have seen Tobias actually hit them with his blade, so I know now that I don't have to use some sort of force damage. I will firstly
You
start
punched
off.
it. You successfully punched it earlier
You did successfully punch it.
True.
on your
Yeah,
last hit.
I'll try another punch at it.
Try another punch at it. Anyways, started punching. A 22 is gonna hit.
Whoops. I don't think it's gonna be the right one.
Probably not. If you clicked it from next time it will be right.
Yeah, you just click it out of the
Yeah,
chat.
out of the sheet.
Yeah.
Hey, one better. For
Again.
7 points of force damage as you punch into it, it kind of goes into it like a balloon as it just pops. A little bit of sparkling light everywhere.
Nice.
Good job, Oblate.
But to refresh my memory, these things came from that robot arm
They did.
to my right.
Yeah, which is kind of dangling from above, looking around like the arm.
Is it within my reach?
It's about 7 feet up.
So I could hit it
kind
with
of.
my Biden?
Absolutely.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna two-handed strike this thing with my Biden.
Walk up and just grab it and just try and stab it. Give me an attack roll. .22 is going to hit. I'll need a Constitution save. For 6 points of damage. It doesn't seem like it affects it as much as you were hoping. And with 8, as you poke up to it with your Biden, a shock of electricity jolts out. Take 19 points of lightning damage.
Sheesh.
Worth it.
Anything
Learn
else?
something important.
Anything else for Oblate?
I still have a bonus action. Let me see. Yeah.
Gonna karate
Just
chop
can't
it?
get shocked again.
I don't want to.
You come fight hands.
Yep, that's
You
what
could
I'm
throw
gonna
hands with hands.
do. I'm gonna run down here.
Okay.
Bonus action. Flurry of blows.
Bonus in action, flurrying of blows. 2 blows.
Gonna do it.
Swing one.
It's gonna be a miss.
Swing two.
As it glances off of this arcane force. An 11. You're kind of still reeling from that shock as you're kind of holding your Biden with one hand. Just that electricity in your arm. Not good.
That was productive. I'm glad I did that.
That'll take us to Louise.
You learn not to stick two-pronged forks into electrical items.
Exactly.
Yep.
Sure,
Louise
sure.
will come down here and stabby stab with his
Oh,
Mocking
it's
sword.
Mocking Blade.
Mocking blade.
womp womp.
An
It's
8,
only fitting.
an 8 is gonna miss as Patch is gonna grant Tobias the 1 buff in this moment.
Ooh,
Thanks,
thank you
Patch,
very
and
much.
Tobias, you have +1 to everything for the next minute.
Sweet. Thank you very much.
And I'll do a vicious mockery. I was supposed to do the thing.
Sometimes it makes a... Yeah, it's weird like that. Wisdom save? Hardly know him. You got a 7.
No need to get all touchy-feely.
And that'll be my turn.
For 8 points of psychic damage. It takes
Terrible
it.
punch.
He hurt his feelings.
That'll take us to a Dr. Jellybean. Seeing Oblate just get shocked as he jabbed up at the mechanical arm. One of the hands disappeared. Now everyone ganging up on the other two.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna say, Tobias, you wanna get bigger? Or what?
I'm like looking at the tight, cramped space.
Can you fit? If I make him bigger, will he fit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he fits, it sits.
Yes, there you go.
I mean, he'd just be
Right.
medium-sized, right?
Yeah, he would just be medium sized. He's
I
small.
just become medium sized.
He'd be a human.
He'd be human-sized.
Human sized.
That'd help.
No, I know. I was just saying.
Yeah, it's
like,
still
he will
help.
take up a lot more space.
Let's see. All right. All right. So I'm going to hold up my tablet, kind of zoom in on Tobias there. You get advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, and your
Yeah,
weapons.
D4.
Weapons deal a
Yeah, your
D4
weapons do an extra D4
plus the 1 buff.
plus the 1 buff.
As you get
I'm
bigger,
Huge.
Giant.
as you're the size of Aethel now.
It's giant. He's the size of a human.
Anything else? Oddly enough, his clone also gets bigger.
Whoa. Look
It's
at that.
it's weird.
Bonus.
I do not like this. This is weird.
Didn't know you could do that. That'll be it for me.
That will take us to the hand over here that had just gotten stabbed by Tobias. It is going to turn around and just try to punch Tobias into the wall there. Getting a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do.
You take 29 points of force damage.
Okay.
Yeesh.
Noted.
As you became a bigger target for it to just kind of flatten into the wall there.
Ow! I think you can see me better.
It doesn't have eyes. It's a hand.
It does not. It will also fail its save.
It'll take 9.
Taking us to Tobias. Just getting
Right.
smashed into the corner here.
Ow!
Got cabadoned into a
I
wall.
don't like that. Well, I'm flanking. Do we still get a +2? I don't have one.
Not to these creatures.
Okay, that's fair.
Darn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna.
They see everything.
Here goes. As I slice at it with my Jensen Sunsaw.
23 is going to hit.
24.
24.
Yeah, right.
Hmm.
Add my
Gotta
sun.
turn on that 1 buff.
Yeah, I got the 1 buff. And damage. Slice
Yeah,
through
that's
it.
was a 23. He clicked it.
Oh,
For
it's on.
8 points of damage.
Plus 4.
Plus a
Plus
D4.
the D4.
That I do not
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, you'll have to.
I'll make everyone
Do it manually for now.
get bigger. For
I don't need to get bigger. I
Oh.
probably won't ever get bigger.
11, that's what you think.
Big stupid hand.
As you're cutting into it, it kind of just starts whirring a little bit. You hear this wind. Still up. 16's gonna miss.
And then I'm going to swing at it with my offhand as I come back and slash at it.
All right. 14 is also going to be a miss, as it just chinks off of the forceful hand.
Bonus action, do it again.
All right.
No.
Also, still a miss. A
You're
12.
not used to being big.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Little
taking that.
uneasy.
Everything's in the wrong spot.
Trying to see if I don't see action surge.
It's in your features and traits, probably.
It
It's
might
not an
be in
actual action.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's not an action type. It's probably a feature thing. Yeah,
I'm going to
okay.
attempt to action surge and just keep whirling at it.
All
'cause
right,
I'm
action
frustrated.
surging.
He's gonna whirl his dervish.
A 21 gonna hit.
And that was my last charge.
As the Magentan Sunsaw whirs and cuts into this thing, as you would once again hear that familiar pop as
Extra D4.
plus a D4, yep. It has one.
Okay. And I got one more attack, so that one's gone. I'll slide, I guess, through Aethel.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
I'll
you
just
get over here.
slide right through to the other side.
Yeah.
As I slice at it
Oh, you're
underneath.
there is no room for you there. There's a
Oh,
big sundial. This thing is kind of
I'll
floating in the air
slide
above
under
all
the
that.
table there. That's fine. I'm just sliding under and going to strike at it. And,
All right.
Armor class is 20, so I can't use that. So here we go.
Well, you don't know. This one might be different.
Yeah.
A 28
28 seems
absolutely hits.
I'm getting the hang of it being big.
I'm learning my new range.
For 7
Plus a D4.
points of
Plus a
damage.
D4.
Plus a D4. 8 points of damage.
Yeah.
I got this. That's it.
Alright. I don't want to be that guy, but you can actually make your offhand attack as part of that attack action.
I
Wow.
did not know that. Learning new rules. Well, here goes my offhand attack.
Because Nick.
Oh yeah, the
A
one
tw- a
offhand,
20
but not the bonus action.
Right. 26 will hit.
That's cool.
That is
For
D4. D4.
plus that
Plus a
D4.
D4.
plus that D4. So yeah,
For 12. It doesn't do as much damage as you were hoping, because non-magical weapon shenanigans. That'll take us to the hand. The hand, after smashing into Aethel, will just ball up its fist and smash down onto Tobias.
that makes sense. Does it? Come on.
Getting an 18 to hit?
I +1 AC, so that takes me to
Why do you have +1 to AC?
+1, the 1 buff.
It gives you 1 to all your rolls. You're not rolling
Oh.
AC.
I have a 17, so that's a hit.
That is a hit.
18 would have hit you anyway. So.
As
22.
you 22 points of force damage.
Yeesh.
Ow.
Sheesh.
As it just kind of shoves you to the side.
Ow.
Pushing you back.
I forgot about that part. Should have been.
Yeah, you didn't move me.
Hey, there's nowhere for you to go.
Nowhere worth going.
And it will then make a wisdom save. It's good. He takes some damage.
It takes like
Taking us
4
to
damage.
Malcolm.
Heyo. You know what I'm coming with.
Eldritch.
You
Blast.
called it.
I don't know it
Called
until
it.
you say it.
That thing.
An 18's gonna miss.
Yeah.
You just start blasting into the corner there.
But what about a 19?
A 19's gonna be a miss.
Damn, so close.
You tried. Tried to haggle.
What about a 14?
A 14 is also somehow still gonna be a miss as you're just blasting this thing. Laser beam shooting all over the place.
I'm a little distracted by the little guy that got medium size.
Okay.
Pretty distracting.
Not to mention
First time I've seen
this
that.
like ghost of him that's been following him around the whole time.
Yeah, that's weird too.
I know I've got some bonus actions. What the heck? Anything that would be useful.
You got your Misty Step.
That's about it, huh?
You could bounce.
I could
Be
bounce.
not adjacent to the guy.
Entirely your
Thing.
call.
Could bounce. I'm trying to find it. I've got so many things. Where would 30 put me? It's a pretty small room. Oh yeah, I'm all the way away. I'm gonna hang out there.
Okay.
Hang out there.
All right. That'll take us to the top of the round. As the mechanical arm around here starts whirring with that blue energy,
Okay, dang it.
Oh,
as a hand appears.
Here we go.
That'll take us to Aethel.
Good to know.
We should do something about that.
Yeah, yeah, we should.
Don't poke it with metal.
That's all I have.
I will target the hand if I can see it.
The mechanical hand?
Yeah, the mechanical.
I would
hand.
say it would have cover from
The
where you're at the
mechanical
moment.
That's fine, because I'm making it make a save.
Alright. What sort of save?
We're gonna make it make a wisdom save against Toll the Dead.
It's immune.
It's immune to necrotic.
Necrotic, radiant.
Or, sorry, radiant, I mean?
Yeah.
Poopy. I mean, I guess I should have known that. I don't do anything else to that side. That's fine. This is getting worked on. I will do anything on my bonus action. Nothing that matters. Yeah, nothing that matters. So I'll stay in here and I'll roll my
Alright.
Spirit Guardian's damage for.
That will take us to the new challenger, who will go ahead and do that before I, so I don't forget. He's going to take half of that. He made a save. Got an 18. And then it's going to try to grab onto Dr. Jellybean. Dr. Jellybean, I need a dexterity save, please, as this big hand reaches out towards you.
Look, just roll an 18 like everybody else.
Everybody else has rolled an 18 so far, so just
Okay,
do that.
great.
Yeah, that'll be good.
I'll try my best.
Fine, you got this.
With a 7.
That's not an 18.
Not an
That is
18 at
not
all.
an 18. As you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage, and it grabs a hold of you.
Oh, please let go.
You are now restrained.
No.
Or no, you're not restrained. You're just grappled. Just grabs a hold of you in
Okay.
place there. And I
Just got me.
need a Constitution save to maintain concentration on the get bigger.
Sounds right.
Jeez, 10.
Got it?
DC's 10. You're good.
Easy.
I got it.
That will take us to Oblati. Seeing another one appear behind you, grabbing Dr. Jellybean.
I knew we should have taken out that hand with the arm,
Mhm.
but we gotta deal with this one first. I think I'm going to
I can handle this one if you like. I'll keep it distracted.
sounds good. Sounds good. Wait, this one here or this one up here?
This one right here. The bottom.
Okay. I'm going to pull out my pistol.
Pull out that pistol. Whip it out.
Whips it out.
Oh god, he's got a gun!
So I got a question. I want to use one of my phase bullets, maybe 2 phase bullets.
Oh.
Is there like a loading phase for this?
No, it's not a thing that there is no loading. The loading probably just means that you can't fire twice, but you do have the gunner feat, so you can fire twice. So you ignore the loading phase, essentially.
Gotcha. Okay. Then I will use my gun, the phase bullet, shoot the arm.
Okay. Give me two phase gun attacks. 2 regular pistol attacks, but you know what I mean. Shooting through the pillar.
And for a Kensai shot, do I have to declare it? It doesn't really say. It says
I am unsure.
it's a bonus action to make it more deadly. When you do so, it needs to attack. I'll just say I guess before. I'll use my bonus action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Taking a kin-size shot with the pistol.
Wow.
That's gonna hit.
Nice.
That one's got Vex. I always forget that.
Heck yeah, pistols are sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kerchow.
12 points of damage.
And your boy's vexed. I'm gonna do it again.
Do it again. Add advantage this time for
The
real.
actual advantage.
Yeah. There's a thing with like the new character sheets making monks have all their attacks at advantage.
Because they get it anyways, usually.
Because they need it.
They don't need it. An 18 will also hit this mechanical arm.
Let's see a 14.
As you see sparks of electricity from around the corner for
Nice.
14
Oh,
What in the
more.
world?
Max damage, baby.
Nice.
26 is pretty good.
Was the Kensai shot give you bonus damage to those?
Yeah, well, just the one, I think.
Just the one. The first
Gotcha.
one I gave it an extra D4.
I see, I see. I see it now. Anything else for Oblate?
Bonus action, did that. I think that's all I can do.
I'll take
I'm
us to
standing around.
I'll take us to Louise.
Alrighty. I'm going to mass healing word, everybody.
Okay.
Alright.
For 12 points.
Ooh,
of
that was
healing.
pretty good.
Everyone gets 12 points of healing.
Wow.
That's nice.
I'm gonna slide over here. Can I taunt the hand and take the dodge action?
I would say taunting would be an action.
I'll taunt.
Give me a... Tell me about this taunt. What are you doing for your taunt to taunt this hand?
I'm playing rock paper scissors with it.
You pull
That's
out,
good. Confuses the hell out of it.
You pull out a pair of scissors.
I know how to beat you.
Give me a... I'm gonna say intimidation check.
Well, 16.
Okay.
All right, we'll find out what happens next.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
That'll take us to Dr. Jellybean. In the grasp of this hand. What are you doing?
Can I pull a scroll out of my bag?
Yeah, hand's not stopping you from this. Just kind of got you around the waist.
Just got me a little bit. I'm gonna pull out a scroll of Dispel Magic, and I'm going to try to use it on the mechanical arm.
Use it on the mechanical arm. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
that's a thought.
See if that'll
I s-
work.
I see
Yep.
the idea. It makes sense.
Give me a intelligence check.
Come on, brain. You can do it.
With a
Maybe.
16. As the sparking of the arm reaching out, looking around with its arm eyes. There's no eyes on it. Where you'd imagine its eyes would be, it's looking around. But you would see it kind of spark and fizzle as it just kind of powers down and falls limply. As it does, all of the hands also disappear,
Oh,
releasing Dr. Jellybean from the grass with these spectral modrons and gears flying around.
That'll only be for like a few more moments before I'm like, oh, we're done.
Yep.
Once I realize we're for sure done.
You know what? I'll give Dr. Jellybean inspiration for that one.
oh.
Big brain.
Heroic inspiration. I need to give those out more.
Yeah, exactly. Got to use them so we
Mhm.
can get them, so we can use them.
Yeah.
Well, now I know why
Uh,
she's
More
the
of 'em.
smart one. Did you hear how like encouraging she was of her brain? She's like, "Come on, brain."
You've got to talk up your brain.
talk
Yeah,
up
it's
your
Otherwise,
brain.
positivity. It's basically body positivity. I love to see it.
Yep.
I'm gonna turn around to to Tobias. Like, it's locked.
Oh, okay. Let me see what I can do with it real quick.
Bust it open.
Alarms. Got it. Excuse me.
Get out your way here. Sorry.
All right. Oh, human size. This is interesting.
Yeah, you are still. You can actually look over at the box instead of propping yourself up onto the
Instead
table.
of like climb up.
Yeah.
Even funnier, you're gonna start picking the lock, and then it's gonna end.
Oh, that's right. We have to roll. All right, I'll just roll the stealth.
Stealth.
For
Is it sleight of
dice
hands,
rolls,
right?
It's a sleight of hand.
But I also
you
have
have
+3.
you have advantage. What do you have +3?
I thought it was you got your proficiency bonus added to it.
It gives you advantage with using it for a skill check. So you have advantage on sleight of hand checks.
Okay.
Unlock.
Yep.
All right. Here goes.
It's the only one of the tools that's kind of weird.
I'm hurting, but I feel like it's gonna need higher, so I'm gonna roll a D10.
Okay.
Less.
Feeling this mechanism be quite complicated.
24.
It is a series of mechanisms.
Yeah, I'm using the cog I have on my necklace?
Well, that would
To
just give
kinda
you a
help.
straight 10.
Right. No. I mean, I'm using it as like the gears
He's
to
like,
turn it.
he's
Trying to
using it
compare it, like, wait, this is
Yeah.
this is a gear, those are gears. Go.
He's trying to use the teeth of it to turn them.
Okay.
Yeah. As I'm
Um,
sitting here, like using that.
who had one buff?
I did.
So
I'll say you got it for this one. It's only lasts for like a minute of
I guess it
game
only
time.
lasts for a minute. Yeah.
But yeah.
25.
How long does enlarge last? A minute?
Like a minute. That's why I was like,
Okay.
he's gonna transform
Yeah.
in the middle.
As you're kind of working on it, you feel your hands going down. You hear that click as it disappears from view,
I got it.
and now you're below the table.
Oh. Well, it's open.
All right, thank you. I will open the chest.
Opening up, you would see a metal plate with a couple of indentations on it. In those two indentations, you would see one silvery looking bone and another brass bone piece. Looks like finger bones.
Odd. These
Are
are
those
usually
significant?
connected to the hand bone.
Mm-hmm.
This whole place is just hand themed arms.
All hand. Do they look like the relic bones?
They
that I have?
are, yes.
What is it, buddy? I can't see up there.
They're just bones.
It's a couple bones.
They're just bone. What do you mean bones?
I mean, they're
Finger
relics.
bones, digits, phalanges.
What else is in there?
That's it.
Piece of metal
Oh.
that they're.
It's
sitting
like their
on.
resting place, yeah.
Yeah, like a plate.
Yeah.
Do those have significance to you? You
Yeah,
hold
they're
that.
they're like these. I hold up the mace that has the bones in them.
Oh, sure, okay.
So what do these do?
Right.
They basically remember spells. Yeah, my weird hand mace.
Ooh,
There you go.
that could be useful.
It looks like this, and it has I think you have 2 bones right now.
I do currently have 2 bones. That sounds correct.
No.
So do you add more to it?
Yeah, I could.
Huh.
Oh,
Hmm.
well,
Oh.
that's good then, right?
Hmm.
You're supposed to add more bones to it.
More bones.
5 bones.
Who
Then
are these
legendary.
people?
I'm just as weirded out as you, so.
That's a lot of work for some bones.
You know,
Gonna say not worth it.
they're a holy relic.
Hmm.
Them because
Okay.
So we got those. That's
Yep,
good.
you got a couple of bones.
Wait, Tobias, is that it just behind you?
Yes, it is.
I'll
Alright.
get ready for the hands. Oh man.
Oh Lord.
I got this. Don't worry.
Well,
All right.
It'll be
the
the rocks
mechanical
this time.
arm is still just kind of dangling there. You see occasional sparks of electricity. It is no longer functioning.
I'm going to look and see if there's any traps on this, just in case.
It'll be these rocks anyway. They'll just fly at you.
Yeah, give me an investigation check with a 19. Sure enough, as you look on it, inside of the lock, it doesn't have like the deadbolt lock, or doesn't have the what's a normal lock called?
Keyhole lock? Latch?
Padlock?
A padlock. That's the word I was looking for.
Oh.
Brain, guys, brain. But it doesn't have a padlock. It has that traditional insert key into the center of the chest kind of thing. And inside there, as you're looking through that keyhole, you can see what looks to be some sort of webbing.
Okay.
And you would then kind of follow along the lid, and you would see signs of string lightly slipping out of it.
So it looks like we just cut that. And all right, I'm going to try to disable the trap.
You got this, buddy. I'm gonna give you some bardic inspiration.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check at advantage. With a 19.
If it's a fail, do I use bardic inspiration? I guess I
19
say
is a
use-
failure.
19 fails, and that's where you get to decide.
So
what
that
want
now
to
you
use or
can
not.
use bardic. Yeah.
A
Oh.
26.
What about 20?
yes.
As you're like,
Yeah.
you can't quite get it, but then you remember Louise said, "You got it, buddy." You're like, "Yeah, I do got it."
You
I
got
got
it.
this.
And so you just start pulling that string this one direction, kind of unraveling around, and then it kind of pulls that string out through the keyhole. And there is a kind of like a slingshot of a dart wound up in there. You have a dart.
Oh, sweet.
Probably poison.
Probably. All right. Well, let's break this bad boy open.
Give me another sleight of hand at advantage for trying to unlock the chest.
Unlock.
With a 16. As you're trying to unlock it. This one isn't like the other one.
Not made out of cogs.
It's not made out of cogs. That's the only lock you know how to work so far.
Right.
You're not able to get this one. While Tobias is doing that, what's everyone else doing?
I want to inspect this thing down here further. You said it was a sundial?
It's kind of like a cross between a sundial or a... It's more like a...
Sounds like an astrolabe.
It's like an astrolabe
Actually, actually
Yeah.
covers a portion of the map.
And so it actually shows the entirety of the system here, which is kind of that... The sun on one end, and all the land in a flat plane stretching out from one side of that. Just kind of slowly spinning around each other, kind of. At the center of that sun looks to be some large mechanical mechanism.
I have inspiration.
Then use it.
You've been inspired.
You can re-roll that 9 or that 16.
Get inspired.
I'll reroll
The 11 or the 4.
the 9. It doesn't matter.
8.
With the 25. But what are you hoping to look at the
just trying to discern if there's any type of waypoints, markers, labels, any sort of other information.
Give me
What is
a
it here for?
give me an investigation check.
Why is it here?
Why does this exist?
You said investigation?
Yes,
That's whoops. There we go.
It's not bad.
with a
Good
15.
old classic 15.
It
Good
looks
old working man's 15. You
yeah.
know?
Looking at it, you can kind of figure out actually where you are. You're actually really far away from the center, or the center towards the sun. And measuring distance of like how far you got in, it would take you about a week sailing up the boats to get to the center of, well, to the mill. And you can actually see, it looks like a large mill is attached to the side of that sun there. And the sun is notably starting to get smaller. But with the 25, Tobias, the chest pops open.
Sweet. Look inside.
As you look inside, you see two metal... Actually, no. Not that. You would see a few things. A rolled up scroll.
Mm-hmm.
And roll a d3.
Roll a 6.5 it.
You would see what looks to be 5 small orbs, like brass in nature, and red writing on them, and like red ink that kind of protrudes a little bit. On one side of these orbs looks to be like a little button type thing with more writing on it. Like you could probably twist that little button.
Huh.
Or pull it out, you're not sure.
Dr. Jelly?
What you got over there?
She's
Toys.
not the identifier.
No, it's Louise.
Louise, I
Busy.
found some toys. Oh, and a scroll.
He's away right now.
Oh, yeah.
He's distracted.
But you did find a scroll.
Look at the scroll.
Oh, yeah. Well, here's the scroll. And I'll pull these orbs out.
What's the scroll?
The scroll is signed by Dr. Jonathan Asner. There's a few other signatures on it that you wouldn't recognize. Actually, you would recognize Istra Lesgrangi's signature on it as well.
Sure. What does it say?
It describes the process of extracting this mineral from the crystals, the star metal. And it also describes its instructions. It's a patent, essentially, and instructions on how to build what they call a star metal blaster. And it looks a lot like what that Modron had.
Nice.
Oh.
Such a cool name.
Not quite a crossbow. It's more of a... and not quite a gun. What are those cool things that just launch shit?
Launchers.
Trebuchet.
No.
A ballista.
Shotgun.
No, futuristic. Think futuristic weapon.
Railgun.
Railgun.
Oh, it's a
We
gauss
got
weapon?
there, guys. We got there.
It's a railgun. A mini railgun.
It's a laser gun.
Mm-hmm. Hand
How much-
crossbow
big enough
size.
for our ship. That would be cool to have a big old railgun on the front of the Magdalena.
Yeah, bro.
You
Would
could
be
you
pretty
could
cool.
definitely work through it, but this is specifically called the Star Metal Blaster, hand crossbow sized, and essentially load it with sling bullets, and it can launch them. But you have to make it.
Uh-huh. How much of this do we need to make that, Dr. Jelly?
Come on, all of it.
It doesn't. You would need looking through those and seeing how much actual mineral is in these. You would need every single bit in those crates to do that. To make this thing. It might not be enough. It does also describe a processing facility that would be at the mill.
It describes a processing facility. It doesn't
Okay.
note where one is. It's like this is how you would process that metal.
No, it actually does loosely describe a facility for processing star metal and where the location would be. It would need to generate tons of power and stuff.
Like a small sun.
Like a small sun.
My son. Yeah.
Interesting.
A
Mhm.
power sun in the palm of their hand.
Yeah. Essentially.
We should take this with us, yeah? I mean, if that's stealing though, and that's bad. That's against the law. But we want to have it though, don't we?
We do.
I'm not sure why it's not in the archive
Right.
with all
It
the
should
other
be.
patents.
You could technically copy it down, right? That's not stealing.
But the metal though.
Well, we're not going to take the metal. There's not enough here anyways, I don't think.
Yeah, because it's only
Also,
little flecks of metal in there.
It's also basically unrefined, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
this section is basically like
When we go...
we've gotten all the rocks to pan for the gold. We haven't actually panned for the gold yet.
Right.
In
Right.
these, so
Aethel, to your point, doesn't this entire room seem a little odd for your people, or at least what I know of them thus far? I mean, it's a secret room off of archives. It looks like it's got a couple chests in here.
yeah, it's not what I expected.
Is this like the off the record room? You know?
Looks like it.
We're not supposed to have off the record rooms.
So that means all of this is technically not part of the archives and not under the jurisdiction of the 1337B12, right? I was
It's
reading
not.
through some law books.
Definitely not on the record, so
Not on the records.
Yes, then you can have it. Oh,
All right.
Luis, I found these cool toys.
He
Oh.
found some brass balls.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take a look here, and I guess I'll spend some time identifying.
All right. Spending 10 minutes identifying these. This is a pack of 5 revisibility bombs.
Interesting.
Which you, like little grenades, you pull the pin, toss it, explodes, and anyone who's invisible becomes revisible.
Neat.
Kind of cool.
So they're just bombs of fairy fire.
Yeah. DC 20 fairy fires.
Ooh.
Pretty good fairy fire.
It doesn't light up the
Nice.
area, though.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't make them glow and give advantage. Just makes them not invisible
Right.
anymore.
Right.
Wow.
There you have it.
Still handy.
Those are good. Yeah, everyone should have one of those.
Neat.
There's 5 of them.
Yes, but oh,
There's currently 6 of us in this room.
right.
7 if you include Tobias's time ghost.
I didn't.
He's got to have
I
one.
really want one. Does anyone else want one?
Share them among yourselves. Finders keepers, you found it. Share it with
That's
your
not
group.
really how that's supposed to work, but yeah, I mean, so we can all keep one.
Okay.
Are these like just covered things?
I was waiting. I was like, before
So
we
is-
end for the night, somebody rip the covers off of
So
these.
is-
I just
You-
want to know if they're covers or if there's something else.
As you look under there, one of them is a large chair. Big, looks like a very comfortable old-style sofa chair. Not quite a recliner, but it looks comfy. And on the back of it
Neat.
would be the initials of JA.
Oh. Jonathan's
Okay.
chair.
jackass.
The big boss. The boss chair.
What about this next to it?
There's a
Why
small,
is he
there's
storing
a
his
small
chair?
table.
Why are they covered?
There's no dust on them.
I mean, that's true. Is there a lot of dust in this room?
There's none. I just like the
Huh.
way they looked.
It's chill. I'm just like,
Yeah.
this guy is weird.
What would a
there
rich
anything,
person do? They'd put a cloth on it. Why not?
Is there anything special about? Can I inspect these furniture?
Sure, give me an investigation check. As you're looking through this big old comfy chair with a 22.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Inside the chair, you would find an old
Quarters.
small brass key and 12 copper.
And some loose change.
But a small
Like-
little brass
Any
key.
Cheetos down there or anything?
Yeah, some crumbs. Like,
Yeah.
needs to be
Okay, well,
vacuumed.
pretty important.
Dead rat. Why not? No, there's no rat. It's clay. But there's a key and 12 copper.
Right.
Make note that you have a small brass key.
Somebody come fart in this chair.
Seems like a
Coming
weird
right up.
request.
Do it. Just out of disrespect, come fart. in it.
I will attempt to just fart in the chair.
All right, give me a Constitution save.
Constitution.
Oh, roll that natural one.
Maintain body control.
Right.
You,
Only fart.
you fart in the chair. It's
Nice.
stinky.
Cover
Nice.
it up.
Can never,
Quick.
never
As,
trust a
as you
fart.
as you hotbox the chair, Dutch oven the chair.
So the two fingers were on a plate or like a metal sheet.
Yeah,
Does
it's just
that
like
move
kind of
or
like
anything?
it does not. No, that's
Okay,
that's
so
all.
it's
That's all
the
that's in
bottom
that
of it?
box. Yeah,
I just wasn't sure if it was like,
false bottom thing, or
well,
if
not even like that.
if it's
just like
on
if
top
it was
of
just
other
like,
things.
yeah, it was just like a thing. Okay, cool. I'm taking the two finger bones though.
Alrighty. Now you're gonna have even more spells on that.
Yep,
Long
I'll
list
put
of
two more
spells.
on there later.
Well, as you take what you want from the storage area, maybe heading back down, that'll be a good spot to end tonight.
That's
And
good.
we'll see what more mysteries the gang uncovers next week.
Next gen.
So, yeah. Thanks for watching, folks, and we'll see you
Yes.
next Monday for some more Magdalena and more
Thanks, Twitch.
less blues. I don't know.
And more Azure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good night, Twitch.
Night,
Bye,
Twitch.
everybody.
See ya.
Thanks for
Yeah.
Bye.
watching.